Hello everybody. So I got the natural hair out today. It's your girl Jasmine and I am going to do my April. I'm going to do my April wrap up. So let's get started. Bounce, come on, bounce, bounce, come on, bounce. Okay, technically I read 12 books in April, but the 13th one I finished today, which is May 1st. Yes. So I finished the last one today, but I could have finished it yesterday if we didn't go out to eat. I literally only had the epilogue left. So I'm going to talk about it in this video. At the beginning of April, I was a part of the April-a-thon, which lasted a week. And you had to read 6 books total, but I think I only read 5 books. And we'll go ahead and start with those. If you want to see my vlog for the April-a-thon, that is my first reading vlog. I'll link it down below. But the first book I read was We Were Liars, and that was borrowed from the library. It was an audiobook. I gave it 3 stars. I didn't enjoy it a lot, but it did have a good concept. Like the mystery, the plot twist, whatever. It shocked me. It really did. And that may be because I wasn't too into it, so I wasn't really thinking about what was going on. But I listened to it all in one day. It was okay. 3 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was The Couple Next Door. This was crazy. Like in the reading vlog, you will see my full reaction to this book because this book was pretty predictable. It was really predictable. So The Couple Next Door is about a couple who leaves their baby so they can go to the neighbors next door's house for a dinner party, and while they're over there, the baby goes missing, and then everything unfolds from there. It's a mystery thriller. And nothing surprised me. Even the ending, I saw that coming too, and I was really hoping they wouldn't do that at the end, but they did. And I literally wanted to throw this book when I finished it. I was like, everybody in this book is stupid. All the characters, there was not one character I didn't think was stupid in this book. But other than that, it was very entertaining. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was another audiobook. It was The Rose Society. I don't even know why I'm still reading this series. Adelina gets on my nerves completely. She is the anti-hero that you don't like. She's a whiny anti-hero. She doesn't accept the fact that she's bad. She makes excuses and she blames everybody else. She doesn't just say, all right, I'm bad. And I like it, you know? That's the kind of anti-hero you want. You want the anti-hero who's like, I'm bad, but I like it, but I still care about people. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars because it's still written well. It's just, I just don't like the main character. The next book I listened to, I was all about the audiobooks this month, was Caraval. And this book surprised me. I freaking loved it. I had a good time listening to this book. Caraval is a circus-related book. That's kind of like a carnival, I guess. The main character wants to go to the Caraval. She wants to go to the Caraval so bad, and she keeps writing letters. She finally gets to go with her sister. It's a game, and she has to win the game. And of course, it's a lot deeper than that once you actually read the story. It was really good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was super fun. The next audiobook I listened to was The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and I love this book. I want to read every Mariana Zapata book ever in the world. It was just so good. This one about a Canadian football player who is about to lose his visa or his whatever. He can't stay in America, so he needs his assistant to marry him so he can stay in America, and things go from there. And it was such a slow burn romance. And it was so well done. It's a big book because the author makes sure to mention that the romance isn't everything. She shows you that they still have lives outside of liking each other, and that just made it even more perfect. The slow burn made it even more worth it when they finally did get together, and it was just so great. And I loved it. I listened to that daggone 16-hour audiobook in one day. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, if you couldn't tell. The next book I read, I actually have a copy of. and that is The Conspiracy of Us. This was the physical book I was reading while I was listening to those audiobooks. It made reading this seem very slow, but it was very entertaining, but it wasn't the best. Like, there was things about it that could have been done better. I love the concept. Literally just families that rule the world, and the reason why everything happens is controlled by 12 specific families, and she finds out that she's part of them, and it all goes from there, and they're running around in Europe, and it's really fun. The romance was stupid, but the plot was fun, and it did remind me of National Treasures, which is one of my favorite movies. It was fun if you suspend some disbelief, because some of the stuff that happens or some of the reasoning behind things doesn't make sense. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Next book I read, I got really excited about this one because I'm finally in the world of ACOTAR. ACOTAR? Yeah. So I read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I got it from the library, and it was super slow. If you don't know what ACOTAR is about, it is about a girl, Feyre, who goes to the fairylands and lives with fairies, or fae, fae creatures, and it's great. It's wonderful. Read it. Like, in the beginning, I was just like, I don't get the hype. Why do people like this? It's super slow. Nothing's really happening, and you always hear about Bryson. So I'm like, all we're reading about is Tamlin. Where is Bryson? But the end of the book, oh my goodness, the last like 150 pages out of all 400 pages was so good. Like, it was so good. Like, for the ending of a book to make up for the slowness of the beginning, and for the slowness of the beginning to make sense, because you needed that establishment, you needed the world building, you needed the character growth, like, you needed that so that the end of the book would be that much more to your chest. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I listened to was Beautiful Bastard. I don't know why I didn't DNF this book. Beautiful Bastard was so stupid. It was a fan fiction at its best. You can tell it derived from fan fiction because there was so much smut. It left every 5 pages or every 5 minutes, because I was listening to the audiobook. It was just so much, and I'm just like, it's too much. Like, it's not as gratifying if you get it all the time. So Beautiful Bastard is a love-to-hate relationship, and it's in the office. It takes place at an office, and it was a Twilight fanfiction, if that means anything to you. It's new adult, it's stupid. I won't read. Paul!
Alright.
Front door open.
Are you gonna be making noise in the background? That's fine.
Yes.
It's fine. I'm just talking about books anyway. I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Wouldn't recommend it. The next book I read was Gemina, and oh, it was amazing. It was as amazing as everybody says it was going to be. I don't know why I was worried, but it was. I listened to the audiobook while I read the physical book, and that is the best thing I've ever done in my life. It forced me to be so immersed into the world. I was so into it. Everything that happened. Loved the characters. Loved the plot. Super fast paced. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I listened to was Dark Matter, and that was fun. It was amazing. I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if I was able to listen to it for longer interviews. But because I was listening to it back and forth to work, I took too many breaks in between. But every time I listened to it, I was right back into it, and I was like, oh my goodness. And it makes you think. It makes you think so much about our choices and where it leads you. The Dark Matter is a thriller, suspense, mystery, I don't know, sci-fi, there we go. It's a sci-fi thriller about a guy who gets attacked at night and wakes up into, he doesn't know what's going on. His wife is not his wife anymore, his son doesn't exist, and he just don't know what's happening, and then finds out. And it's amazing. The next book I read was Aftermath. So, A Court of Mist and Fury. I got this from the library because I was very ready to start the next book, and this one was so much better than the first, and it was great. More Ryson, more everything, and just everything. And the ending of this one was great, and I'm just so ready to start the 3rd book, but I'm taking a break because I'm taking a break from library books because I need to read my physical books. because I have a lot. Just a great book. Can't say too much about it because it's the second book in the series, but I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I listened to was The Hating Game. The Hating Game is a love-to-hate relationship that ends in the office, and I really needed that after reading Beautiful Bastard, because I was just like, I need one that's done well. It was super cute, it was super fun, super interesting. I don't know why my Goodreads said I only gave it 3 out of 5 stars though, because I really didn't like it. It just took me forever to finish it, so I think that altered my opinion of it. So yeah, I guess 3 stars is fine because I liked it. It just wasn't amazing. So the last book I read was Birthday Girl, and it was amazing. It was great. It is a forbidden romance between a 38-year-old man and a 19-year-old girl who is dating his son, and it was great. It's told in both their perspectives, which I usually don't like, but I really liked it in this book because I really wanted to know what this 38-year-old man was thinking about this 19-year-old girl. But it was done so well, and it was done really well. I liked it. That was all the books I read in April. I will catch you all in my next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.